And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, just a little live stream. Just want to cover a couple things going on tomorrow, and then this weekend too. We got a couple big events going on, and I want to start off with tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a comic book drop, first thing in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I would never sleep on these comic books. You never know when a comic book drop could really change the trajectory of your whole collecting career, really, on VeVe, because you could land a secret rare when you're not even really thinking about going for a drop and turn $7 into $1,000. And then right there, you can really get going. So let me go over the details for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have the Incredible Hulk 347, the first appearance of Mr. Fix-It. Let's go. Ray Fix-It. Ray Fix-It, baby. So we have a super limited drop. We have 10,000 total editions. We know this is going to sell out super quick. I've been striking out big time on all these comic book drops. So hopefully I can get lucky tomorrow. But my confidence has gone down big time ever since. I'd probably say the last 5 drops I've been striking out big time. But we're going to give it a go tomorrow and see if we can get lucky. But we got common, 6,000 editions for the common. And we have 2,250 editions for the uncommon. We got 1,000 editions for the rare. So rare is going to be probably slept on right away. The rare is going to be a good one. 1,000 editions, that's big time right there. And the ultra rare, we got 500 editions. And then secret rare, 250. So again, super limited. By going over the covers, let me show you guys what the covers look like. This should be a good one because, it's a super limited drop. I don't think it's a holy grail comic book. We do have another first appearance, so that's good, but I don't think this is a real sought after comic, at least in the physical world. Shout out to Comics and Crypto. They just put out their hodl or sell video. Just gave it a watch. And they basically talked about how, which makes sense. Since it is a super limited drop, it's going to be obviously valuable right away, especially on VeVe. But it's not too valuable in the real world, so it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes. Obviously, we know it's not a 100% match in real world physical world. Or real world, physical world with the digital world, I should say. But super limited drop should be interesting. Let me show you guys. I'll go over which one I think is my favorite right away. Here we go. We got the common. And we got the uncommon. I like that one. That's the rare right there. Ultra rare. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed one. Here we go. That's the common. That's the uncommon. That's the rare. That's the ultra rare. Yeah, so I like the ultra rare the best right there. It's probably one of my favorites. There's secret rares right there. I like the ultra rare. How we doing, stream? We got Gary in the house. Let's go. How we doing? Mark Udin. Some of us non-aliens need to go to bed. What's up, APB? How we doing, fam? Yeah, I'm a wild one sometimes. I'm not going to be on here for 3 hours tonight, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to stay on for a little bit, talk about the drop, talk about what we got next coming up. We got Paz in the building. Chandler, how we doing, fam? Hit that like button. Third base coach. Yeah, you're hilarious, my man. Big moves in the market lately. Big moves in the market. I was sweating all day today. I was trying to get my Captain America back so bad without letting go, some precious season 1 collectibles. Have my Todd listed. I was going to make some crazy moves today. I know. Let me talk about some moves I was going to make that I decided not to make. I'm so glad I didn't. It was a stressful day. So you never want to sell your grails, right? You never want to sell your Todd McFarlane Batmans, right? But all of my mint numbers are 1,000, and the most expensive mint number, or I should say the 1,000 mint number going in the market was about 7.1K today, 7.3K. So I thought to myself, the floor was like 5.9K at the time. I could sell one for like 7.1K, buy back the floor, make like 1,000 real quick. That would help me get that Captain America secret rare. But you're risking that time. Maybe that floor just runs up too quick and then boom, you're out. So I'm glad I decided not to pull the trigger on that move. That was a risky move right there. You never really want to do that. So I'm glad I did not do that one. How we doing, fam? What's good, JD? Sir, top for 9.9 milli. Sometimes I like to do that just so like people see it and they go give me a follow. I'll follow them back. I try to follow people back. It's to the point now where there's so many notifications. It's hard to follow everyone back, but I'm really trying to. Just going to talk about some of the things coming up today. So that was the comic book drop again, guys. We got a super limited drop, 10,000 total editions for tomorrow morning. definitely don't sleep on this one because you can get a secret rare, and that's going to be probably over like 1,000, maybe 2,000 right away. You know, it's important to come up with a game plan. I would say tonight, you know, go to bed thinking if you get that secret rare, you're going to flip it right away. You're going to hold it. Me personally, I'm going to sell this one. I need some gems right now. I'm trying to gear up my gem bag. So I would probably flip a secret rare if I get it. Ultra rare, I'm always tough on because I usually like the cover on these. Usually they're not crazy expensive, so I would typically hold it. But this ultra rare is super rare, so it's probably going to be very valuable. Maybe I flip it right away, you know, capitalize on the hype and everything. Even though I do love this cover, I just don't love it too much to where it's a must hold for me. I probably would flip this one. It's just my game plan. And then don't forget either, later that day. I'm sorry. Friday. Yeah, Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday, so we got the drop tomorrow. And then Friday, we got the AMA. So this is at 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. PT. And VeVe talks about how they're going to cover 2021 growth, which is just unbelievable. I mean, anybody who's been here from the beginning, we just went from 10K users from the end of February to now over 1.5 million active monthly users. This is just unbelievable, y'all. I mean, it's really only just beginning. How we doing, fam? Good evening, Good evening, pioneers. Let's go, Jay Kill. I love when he says that. Because it's true. I mean, everybody here, man. I mean, even if you're just in VeVe right now, you just joined last month, you really are a pioneer. You're ahead of so many people. You're ahead of the mainstream. I mean, I really believe that there's going to be so many people on this app, the same amount of people as Instagram, Twitter. This is just going to be another social media. It's just on blockchain with so many IP brands. There's obviously going to be other platforms as well. It's going to become saturated at some point. Take it easy, APB. Yeah, whites. Yeah. The white backstab today went off. I don't have that one. That one went crazy today. Frank Kozik. How we doing, Legacy T? So the 21 growth they're going to talk about in the AMA. It's going to be unbelievable. Some app upgrades. I'm not sure if they're going to talk about app upgrades that they made or maybe some new ones that they're going to be talking about, which I would expect probably a little bit of both. They talked about how they made back end upgrades, right? And they talked about how the front end, we're going to see them soon. So I think that could be tied in there. They could be probably telling us what those updates were. I'm really hoping that it's those master collective program points. You know, we're going to be able to see how many points we got. And think about that, guys. If they talk about we're going to be able to see our master collective program points in the app in a couple weeks, et cetera, in maybe a few days, I think the market's going to absolutely pump. We always see every time we do an AMA. It used to be, if anybody's tuning in right now, it used to be months ago. There was always like FUD in between the weeks of them not talking in the AMA. A lot of people talking about how they're not real NFTs again. It's just like cycles of FUD, right? Well, every AMA, VeVe would get on and kind of kill the FUD and the market would just pump. So this could be another one. I mean, who knows if they come on and talk about how we're going to be able to see our master collector program points, maybe. Who knows? Maybe that's a little bit too soon. But they are going to talk about some updates, as well as the token migration. We know we're phase 3. That's getting really close soon. Man, I think by the end of January, February, March, my birthday's in February. It's about to be crazy. I think they're just going to give us a little update on the token migration, platform updates, and more. That's going to be an interesting one. I wonder what else is coming to the platform. I'm sure the desktop version's coming along. Well, everything seemed like it did pump besides Walt. Late night stream, but don't sleep in. Yeah, I'm not going to sleep in. I'm not going to stay on here for 3 hours either. I'm going to be getting off soon. Someone just bought 1 million Marty boards. Wow. Okay, let's see what the prices of Marty boards are. Let's go. Let's see. Wow. You ain't kidding. Let's go. I was not expecting this price. Wow. Guys, Marty board's about to be 1K finally. It's 265 right now, but it's about to go to 285. Might have to cop another one real quick. See, that's where the FOMO gets you. See, I'm glad I had a couple. I got a real low mint. Let me see what my low mint is real quick. All right, so my low mint is 550 for the hoverboard, and I'm always going to keep that one because, in my eyes, that's like I have the first 500 available to the public Mattel NFTs. You know, or I should say, you know, not Mattel NFTs because it's not licensed by Mattel, but obviously it has Mattel on there. Yeah, you know, this could be it too, Jerry. Great point. You know, we could probably finally see the comics in our showroom. Could you imagine that? That's the comic pump that everybody's going to be talking about. If we can finally put our comics in the showroom, they talked about how that's going to be here with the showroom version 2. That's actually a great point. I think Jerry hit the nail on the head right there. They want to stock up on some comics. Yeah, great point. We still have to have Bane, Riddler, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, some key Batman or Batman collectibles still to come. I'm not gonna have enough money to get them all. I'm starting to have to like really think about strategically which collectibles I'm gonna start wanting to collect. You know, I love the Marvel Mighties, but am I gonna want to collect all the Marvel Mighties or the whole Batman series collection? You know, I'm just using them as an example. I really like the Mighties. I have almost all of them so far, but I'm just thinking. I was trying to gameplay in my head. How many Marvel Mighties are there going to be? Am I going to be even able to collect them all? You doing the one tap or spam the buy now button? This is a great question, Ice Tennis. How we doing, brother? I may switch it up. You know, maybe I go spam tomorrow. See what's going on. I don't like to do the spam technique unless I've only tried it once, and it was the one where I didn't stream. It was what one was it? It was the Groot. It was the Groot. I was out golfing on that one, and I did. I went for the spam one technique, but that was such a weird drop. I went for the spam, and it said error. I didn't get it. I was like, wow, okay, I guess it doesn't work. And I clicked buy now again, and I said I got it. I think that happened to so many people. So interesting to see how that one worked. I'm going to try the spam technique on the blind boxes that are collectibles that have like a bunch of different options or a bunch of different collectibles in the set, and then the buy now button pops up. I'm going to try the spam one on that one. But like these where there's the countdown timer and the screen looks like this, I'm just going to one tap this one. But I've been pretty late lately, so I'm going to try to, you know, be right on point. I've been kind of like reacting to it, not so much doing my timing technique. My timing's been off. How we doing? How we doing, Amon? How we doing, brother? Doing great, man. I mean, I think everybody was just looking at the market today. Why is super chat closed? Trying to bless you, man. Hey, I gotta turn the super chat back on. I got my stuff paused because I had to verify my ID and everything. Let me see if I can fix it while I'm streaming live here. So I had to. It took my it like froze or paused my monetization. Oh, here we go. Let's go. I think I just enabled it. So I had to turn it back on. There we go. Should be good now. Perfect. Yep. Cool. Pretty sure it's on now. Appreciate that too, Ama. I appreciate that big time. Because I do this stuff. I don't even do it to get paid. Obviously, I don't get paid much from YouTube at all. I haven't even received anything. But the wall statue looks creepy at night. Does it really? I haven't even looked at it. Yeah, Gary, that's what I noticed. I feel like for those drops, the spam doesn't really work. Makes it error out most of the time for me. I feel like that's their way. Like they're trying to kind of prevent that, maybe. Because in my eyes, I'm looking at it like, okay, they want this to be like a family oriented type thing eventually, and I doubt they're gonna want like, you know, like just spamming it the whole time. So they're probably just gonna be like, you know, eventually kind of eliminate it at some point. I don't know how, but that's the AMA they're gonna be talking about. So if you guys got any questions too, make sure you you know, leave a comment. Maybe I'll hop on tomorrow and actually, I haven't talked on the AMA in the longest time. It's been months actually. I've been just streaming it the whole time. So maybe I'm gonna try to hop on stage. So if you guys got questions, I'll probably just read a couple in the comments. So leave a couple comments. And then last but not least, guys, we have Murmur Series 2 dropping this Saturday at 8 a.m. PT. So again, at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Now, obviously, the Murmur are not the biggest IP brand, right? It's not the Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. But these are always good because, all right, it works out in two ways, right? A new user coming on board, they're going to want these because these are great Master Collector Program points. So if you're able to get that ultra rare and get that whole set, there's so many of them. New user, it's a great way to get those sets or Master Collector Program points for kind of cheap. Now, an experienced person who may not be into like the Murmur possibly, but they're a lot of experienced people are. It's not that big brand or big artists, etc. So those people who may not be into the Murmur it's a great flip opportunity. Maybe you get that ultra rare, capitalize on the hype, etc., and able to sell it off and get some gems out of it. So like those drops are never bad. It works out for everybody in that case. And a lot of people are collecting. I mean, I had the Series 1 Murmur for the longest time. It was only because Walt Disney happened that I had to get rid of them. I really do like them a lot. And I think they'll be big. Imagine, I mean, there's a Johnny D collectible in the Series 5. So that made me not want to part ways big time. I wanted to collect them all up to at least Series 5. But I thought about it, and that's probably just going to be the Murmur that I end up keeping. Hopefully it doesn't run up in price. Imagine everybody just runs that price up because they know I'm going to be after it. That would not be cool. But hopefully, if I don't get it, someone's able to at least sell it to me for a decent price. But I'm excited for Series 5 for that reason. And just imagine what the prices are going to be on Series 1, Series 2, when we're on Series 8 or however many series there are, right? Y'all hear about the Omicons and Kazakh thing? Yeah, Paz, definitely. So if anyone hasn't heard, the price skyrocketed on those Omicons, right? From the Little Friends, just because, not just because. I mean, it's a pretty big brand too. I like them. And if they were a little bit cheaper, I probably would have grabbed them if I had the gems at the time. And also that silver one, I mean, there's only 1,000 editions, so that's super rare. For a rare, you would think that's like a secret rare or ultra rare. And so Kozik said they're going to be talking about breeding with them and like the Labbits. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. I should probably do a drawing or something what I think it would come out to be. The Labbit and the Omicron. With like the god or the ape. Let's see what the price is on this hoverboard. I was not expecting that one. That's hilarious. Someone was not kidding. There's only 84 left. Yeah, it's back down to 227. But I mean, that's a good one though. That's Marty's hoverboard. I think it's gonna go crazy eventually. What are the most underrated collectibles in your opinion? Oh, this is always a good question. I don't think about these things like. I mean, I think about them when I'm in the mood to buy, or when I'm just going through the market and I see something that I can't really like. I have to go look through the market right now and see what's undervalued. I still think Bellina is super undervalued just because I only have 2 of them. But like Bellina's $160, right? Metallo is $275. Like what? I get it. Metallo looks cool, but it's over $100 more, and they're both 2,500 editions, Series 1 FA. I don't know. To me, Bellina's super underrated, undervalued right now. Crazy. Like it's almost as much as the uncommon and it's the rare. Makes no sense. Let's see what else is here. Blossom just finally ran up a little bit ago. I knew that one was coming. Let's see here. What else is super undervalued right now? I saw some mighties that were like 15, $12, and it seems like they're just gonna stay that price forever. But a lot of people don't realize the FA Captain America was like $3 or $4 for the longest time. So like obviously the characters aren't like the big name characters and everything, but like some of the mighties are super, super cheap. I'm not telling you to go buy them. I don't know how much room that a lot of those have because they're mighties at the end of the day. It's not like Spider-Man, but we'll see what happens with them. I just feel like for like $12, $15, it's got to get to like $30 eventually, right? Let's see. What am I looking for? Is undervalued gems here. I think Bellina is going to skyrocket eventually. See, a lot of things just ran up. Like even Finn just ran up to 132 bucks. I would have said that was undervalued. It probably still is, but it just ran up big time. I thought so for Finn because Series 1 Adventure Time is the first colored set on VeVe. The first colored NFTs on VeVe. Adventure Time Series 1. Also, I was saying Ultraman 7 was undervalued. It was under 100 bucks. It's finally gone up to 190 now. I mean, it was even more. It was like 250 today. One of my favorites. I know one that's big time undervalued. It checks off every box. Ready? Let's see what the prices are right now. Yeah. Not crazy undervalued still. I mean, just months ago it was 150 bucks for the ultra rare DeLorean. Unbelievable. It's 600 now, 680. But the common got down to $13. It was hovering around 30 for a while, like retail, but it's only doubled. Now, I say this because it's Series 1, it's an FA, it's the first interactive collectible. And we already know for a fact, guaranteed, that it's going to be drivable. We just don't know when. The common, I think the ultra rare too, but definitely the common. It's going to be remote controlled, so you're going to be able to drive this around in augmented reality. So just imagine that. I think most of the users of VeVe right now don't even know that happened before. So they're going to be surprised. And we saw what happened when we were all surprised for the first time. It's going to get everybody. I mean, I think the price is going to skyrocket on that DeLorean. And it's the first car ever. So a lot of good things for it. Let's go, Crypto Maniac in the house. Happy New Year, brother. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's all well. Hope you've been feeling well, brother. I know you got sick for a little bit, but hopefully New Year brings you new health. How you doing, my man? Prima Donna is the rarest in real life. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I remember the early days, man. I was looking up all these YouTube videos of like people opening up Tokidoki boxes, like trying to figure out which ones to get. I just remember too buying all these unicornos, murmurcornos for retail, like $12. Just sitting there laughing in my bed, like, yo, oh my gosh, my friends are literally gonna say Johnny has lost his mind buying digital unicorns. I was just cracking up laughing because I knew what people were gonna be thinking, like. Ice King, let's go. Ultraman's getting no love, but yeah, Crypto Maniac. Hopefully everything's all well, brother. Good talking to you. Hopefully have a meetup soon, man. I can't wait to meet all the OGs, man. I mean, see everybody in person. It's gonna be wild, bro. I wish I was able to see everybody at DCOM, but that time will come. That time will come. Or Tony, yeah, how we doing, brother? I would say yeah, the uncommon Dragon Girl. Yep. I think it's about the same price as the common, right? Season 5 Batman and Robin, both FAs. Yeah, that's actually a good point. It's the only set with 2 FAs. No, I'm lying about that. We saw, right? Right? Wasn't Harley Quinn and... Actually, I may not be lying about that. I gotta check now. Oh, I can't believe I can't think of this. Is that the only set with 2 FAs? No, I can't be right. I can't be right. Let's see. All right. Series 1, obviously. All right, so Series 2, yeah, okay, no, I was not right. Series 2, we got Robin FA and Joker FA. What was I talking about? Series 3, Penguin and Harley. That's what I knew I was tripping. But it's the only other FA Batman. That's a fact. I think the Laughing Batman will have its time to shine for sure. Exactly. Yep. Both FAs. Like, and that's a big deal because I think eventually, like, there may be another, Batman Who Laughs eventually in digital format one day. This is always gonna be the first appearance of that one. Catwoman's still undervalued. That's a great one. And I think, honestly, Merit is undervalued at this point. Because Catwoman, I think, almost got the same price as Merit. Obviously, Catwoman's way bigger of a character. But at some point, you know, the rarity comes into play at some point. Do you have a... Left me hanging here, Al. Did your phone die on you? A car you speak of? A car you speak of? The DeLorean? I only have the one DeLorean. I have a bunch of common ones, though. But I think ultra rare DeLorean, I wish I had more ultra rare DeLoreans. Ultra rare DeLorean, I think, will easily get over $1,000. Easily. But I only had one. I had to get rid of a couple. Wish I had more ultra rare DeLoreans. Let's go. 31 sets. That's big time returning. Like, you got to think about it, too. Imagine a user Jordan right now. 31 sets is like mind blowing. That's like impossible, it feels like, you know? Yep. Still a little underrated. Bard and Starfire. I mean, they were like 2.5K, I think, right? Cryptomania. Wonder Woman. I try to think of things, you know, what would I pay for of this collectible? Wonder Woman, easily 1K. I'm not saying I'm going to go buy one once it hits 1K, obviously. But if I came on the app and Wonder Woman was 1K, I'd probably try and buy that. It's first appearance of Wonder Woman. I would still think it would go up eventually. There's a lot of them compared to some other collectibles. But when you think of how big the character of Wonder Woman is, it's really not. It's that same premise of when we thought, or when some people thought Superman had too many editions, right? It's Superman. Everybody knows Superman. Buying pink digital unicorn too. Like, I was like, yo, this is crazy. People are gonna be like, Johnny's lost his mind. He's going crazy. We in the building, Brennan. Let's go. How we doing, brother? Brennan's a celebrity. One Pokemon, let's go. Love the late night stream. Or love the night stream. Let's go, One Pokemon. Oh, also, yo, One Pokemon. I saw your interview the other day. Watched a little bit of that. I still gotta watch more of it. But shout out to you, brother. Got my Corsica up for sale. Anybody wants to go buy the famous celebrity Brendan Z in the house, go get his Corsica. BZ in the building. Chain Faces Arena, JD. I don't know what that is. Might have to go check it out. It's like some NFT thing. But you never know with Brendan. He could be saying some random things. Making me say all kinds of things on here. Interesting. I mean, the difference is, I mean, VeVe's like a... I don't know. I think it would have to... I don't know if you'd be able to do that or not. It'd be interesting. How we doing, Kurt? Let's go. We got Kurt in the building. How we doing, fam? Happy New Year, brother. How high do you think Superman can get? And Tristan, I think Superman's going to be big time. I think people are going to be blown away by Superman. People are going to be holding a 10K Superman like I have $10,000 right here in this NFT. Think about Superman. We have this little ecosystem right now in VeVe, right? This little community that we got. It's not little anymore. Shout out to everybody in the community. We've blown this up, right? But at the end of the day, it's still kind of little compared to where it's going to be, right? Think of how big Superman's going to be worldwide. Just think Twitter alone. How many people in the world are on Twitter? In the world. How many of those people would love to have the first appearance Superman as a verified profile picture? Probably more than 8,000 people in the world, right? I think it's going to be crazy. Move some things around to get a sub 250 Wonder Woman. I am bullish. Wow, that's a great move right there. I think that's going to be big time. I have a high mint, or not high mint, but let me see what my mint Wonder Woman is. I don't think it's too crazy. Let's see here. Let's see. It's lower than the one I previously had. It's not too low. It's 449. That's crazy. All right, let me see the mint. Yeah, it's like 3,000 mint. I had like one of the highest mint numbers last time. I had like an 8,000 mint. I didn't like it at all. Maybe even 9,000. See what I did last time. It's so funny because this is the exact point, like 449. So like the price ran up to like 450, right where it is right now. And so I had a crazy high mint number, so I went to go swap it. There was like a lower mint, obviously like 3,000 something, and so I just swapped it. And then as soon as I swapped, the price just sank. So I was like, well, that was the top right there. So I just held on to it. See, in like cases like that, you don't lose money. I mean, I was just gonna hold on to one anyway. I just wanted a lower mint number. It's not like I was looking to sell it. I knew the price would get back up, but that's what happens sometimes when you have a big name on VeVe. If you like, Kyle's talked about this too. If you list something, people see it as like a screaming for like the top. So like, shout out to APB. That's why he calls me third base coach. Like sometimes I'll list something for sale, right? Like I try to get things off really quick a lot of times because a lot of times if people see my collectible there, either people will want to buy it or they're like, oh wow, he's selling. All right, that means I got to sell too. And then the undercutting happens like crazy. I remember Kyle talking about that, and I was like, wow, it's so true, man. Doing well, Kurt. Doing well, brother. Hopefully you had a good New Year's. Anybody got any questions or anything like that? I just want to talk about all the upcoming things. We got Marvel Comics. We got first appearance of Mr. Fix-It tomorrow, 347. Make sure you guys tune into the live stream for that. Because you never know, you get an ultra rare. I am feeling like I'm going to get an ultra rare tomorrow. I don't know why. Probably just because I'm torn. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I really like the cover. But I probably would flip it. I would say sorry to the cover and move on. And then on Friday, 1 p.m. PT, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we have the AMA. Make sure you guys definitely tune into that. It's definitely going to be a good AMA. I think we're going to see the market absolutely pump. I really do. Every time we have an AMA, it always pumps. Very, very rarely will they have an AMA and it won't pump. I think the only way it doesn't pump tomorrow is if they have the AMA and they say, you know, we have a crazy brand come, which I don't think they're going to say tomorrow in the AMA. But that's so funny. Had to make some moves, my man. Had to make some moves. That made me laugh right there. How we doing, D Ramos? Yeah, we got the comic book. I probably will flip it tomorrow, even if I get that ultra rare. AMA tomorrow, like I said, it's gonna pump. I think the market's gonna pump. The only way it doesn't if they announce some crazy brand, like I was saying, which I doubt they will tomorrow. But I expect the people to be excited and bullish for what they're going to talk about. They're going to talk about the 2021 growth. I think for all the new people just tuning in now, it's going to start to set in. Hopefully David or Dan, or if they're not able to join, Reese, Alex, Noah. They talk about Trevor. Hopefully he's joined. I haven't heard from Trevor in a while. Hopefully they just talk about where we began. We began 5,000 users after January, 10,000 users after February. After March, we had like 200,000 users. And now we have 1.5 million active users monthly. Like, where is this going to be this time next year? I want to hear some guesses and predictions in the live stream right now. What do you guys think? How many monthly active users? And we'll come back to this. How many monthly active users are we going to have this time next year? 10, 20, 50, 100? I think it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And that's only after year 1. I think year 3, year 5. Wow, guys. I mean, it's only just beginning. It really is only just beginning. Because you got to think, too, how many more celebrities are going to come out and talk about it? Once we're on Ethereum, like everything's actually, transitioned. Omi's on Ethereum. You can all cash out. Not like we're going to, but just, it gives us that ability to say it's real. It's not a scam. That's the first thing I hear. So you can cash out right now. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can cash out. Do you see the whole comic being big? I don't really see this whole comic being. I do see this comic being kind of big short term. Like right away, there's gonna be a lot of hype. It's super limited. The ultra rare, there's only 1,000 editions. I'm sorry, the rare, there's only 1,000 editions. The ultra rare, there's only 500 editions. So yeah, this is gonna be a valuable comic for sure. That's why I say I think I'm gonna flip, just because it's gonna be. It all depends. I say I'm gonna flip, but it all depends on the price point. If it's not valuable enough, then I'm just gonna hold and wait, because 500 editions, if I get the ultra rare, it's gonna be big time. Even if it's not a sought after comic, short term, it's just gonna matter like the rarity, I think. Long term, it's gonna be interesting how that plays out. It's still gonna have its place, because there's gonna be people who want every comic. 10 mil easy. 3.5 mil. Well, that's a low estimate, Al. 5 mil users? Brandon, that's low out of you. Yeah, we don't own the IP licensing rights to the collectibles we purchased. There would be no benefit. That's kind of like where I see it. Like, these are corporations, so I don't know how that would work out. When you say you haven't been able to mint any collection, does that mean you haven't been able to get any of the drops yet? Good time to increase the Omi back? Absolutely. So I wish I won this Omi Fantasy Football League. Shout out to everybody who did Shab's Art and Salam. Two winners did not win. They didn't make playoffs in that league. I'm upset about it still. Shout out to Alex for being the commish. He did a great job. Even though I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, because I thought I was going to make the playoffs the whole time. I thought I was going to come in that seventh. I thought I was locked in that 7th seed. And I thought it was the top 7 people who make playoffs. And then I realized, oh my gosh, it's the top 6 that make playoffs. I was like, this is BS. Yeah, let's go, Kurt. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely 10 million plus. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Gerturnian. 12 to 15 million active users by next year. I'm thinking even more, Mark Udan. That's what I'm talking about. 25 mil. I see 20, 25. Easy. Like, easy. We might see that by summer. I think it all depends. When we can all withdraw and when it's all like interoperable. Not every collectible, but when these you can start to see them on IMX, Omi's on ETH. It's gonna be the token that everybody wants. That's a fact. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I don't want to I kind of did put expectations, I guess, that the market's gonna pump, but that's just my opinion. I mean, it's one of those things where don't be like, oh, time to sell off. It didn't pump. It's just an AMA. It's just going off things that typically have happened in the past. How do you get your comic drop? Spam, click, or timing? So I like to just time it. I've never really spammed it that much at all. I think I've only done it once, and it kind of worked, kind of didn't work. But I like to just time it. I'm debating on the collectible blind boxes to try the spamming technique, but I like to just time it once. I haven't had good luck the last 4 or 5 times, but I think everybody knows that I usually tend to do pretty well in the drops. Just lately, I think it's hard for everybody nowadays, so we'll see. Oh, I did not. JD, did you see the Nightwing style meta heroes that sold for 30K a few days ago? I did not. I think it's slightly pumping Nightwing on VeVe. Interesting. I mean, Nightwing did pump a little bit. I should have let go of that trophy because we all put up a little bit of money to win Nightwing for the trophy in the Influencer Fantasy Football League, and luckily I was able to pull out a victory. I still don't know how I pulled out a victory. Shout out to everybody in that league, man. Obviously, we were all like kind of talking crap in the beginning. I was saying how I was going to go undefeated. I started out hot, but then I went on like a 4-game losing streak. So I was like, man, it was looking like I was almost out of playoffs. Snuck in last game. got kind of lucky when I needed to. You know, everybody had great teams, so it was just an awesome league, awesome to be a part of, and it could have literally went to anybody. I just happened to have some crazy, fortunate luck. I mean, we need some luck in fantasy football, right? But Nightwing, I probably should have sold that trophy. Nightwing at like 2.2K or whatever it got to, but I was too attached to it. I didn't want to sell it. My thinking was I had it listed a few times. I ended up having it listed for like 1.7. And my thinking was I wanted to get that Captain America Secret Rare back. And I was like, you know what? If I sell the Nightwing, it basically would be like the trophies of my Captain America. So that's not bad. But I was able to keep my 3 Nightwing. Yes. And so I'm just attached to Nightwing because obviously I have 2. Well, I had 2 before this 3rd one. And it's my first drop ever. I'm never selling this too. So I'm glad I got a 3rd one now. Maybe able to profit on this one later down the road. But I still want to keep it though because it's a trophy, so I got attached to it. That's the problem. It's so hard not to get attached to these collectibles. The good news is we're going to be able to, charge like a gem fee, maybe up to a couple gems depending on how valuable the showroom is, etc. But my goal is not to like charge a huge amount. I just want to be able to because I want everybody to be coming in. So like I thought about like imagine with all of our influencer platforms, right? Like I have 12K followers now because of you guys on Twitter. If I just had a 1 gem fee and people paid 1 gem to come look at a 6-figure museum, right? That could be like over 10K a day, right? Like that's why I say this stuff is so life-changing to where that could be a passive income stream the rest of my life. And everybody else here too that has a collection growing. That's why I always tell people, make a YouTube channel, get out there and just make content because you love it. You never know who's going to connect with it. And so that's why I'm also so bullish on not wanting to sell any of these collectibles. I'm really only selling to just reinvest in the ones that I really, really want. But it's so hard to let go of some. So how we doing, Mr. Planet Profit? How we doing, brother? How we doing? How we doing? I agree. I think Marvel's using VeVe as a future casting about the storylines for MCU. I agree. I think they're releasing everything like strategically, I don't think it's just random that they're doing it. I think everything is kind of strategically rolled out. Facts, 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 facts. And this is the thing right here. Mirestone Ranch. It makes it a lot less disappointing to miss the drops when you own Omi. And no, it's largely due to the massive increase in users. This is hitting the nail on the head right here. I mean, if you miss the drop, it's supposed to be hard. Imagine if the drops were just easy to get and everybody's happy temporarily and everybody gets a participation trophy, That's basically what it would be. You turn around the next day and it's not valuable in the market and you're saying, why is this not worth anything? Because everybody has one. That's why I think it's really just going to keep shining a light onto those big collections because it's not supposed to be easy to get a collectible. Some of them, it is supposed to be easy. Some of them are kind of like toys to where everybody should get one, like the Groot. So many editions to where a lot of people are able to get one. And that's how it is with a lot of the comics, 70,000 editions sometimes. I think in the future, we could see a 200,000 edition comic, right? And maybe not just maybe a collectible. Maybe it's not an important FA, but it's just something that people have just to play around with on the app. So it's always great when you see that just so many more people are coming onto the app because it's just going to be that much better for Omi. And imagine what happens soon when everybody can just buy Omi on the VeVe app. That turns how many hundreds of thousands of Omi holders do we have right now? Imagine when 1.5 million active users can just hold Omi now. What's going on, Wayne? How we doing, brother? My man right here. Do you think people will burn comics? I do. Yep. Because there's people that got like thousands. That's a great question. What new categories other than comics and collectibles do you think VeVe will add to the future? Any thoughts? I think music's going to be one. I think movies are going to be one. Like actual movies. Like we have the movie tickets. Imagine if we could own actual movies. That's going to be insane. I don't know if that's going to be a real thing or not. I always thought too, like historical monuments. Like imagine, I don't know even how you get the license for this or whatever, but imagine owning the Grand Canyon. And in your showroom, you have literally like the Grand Canyon. Boom. The same way people would have like the Statue of Liberty. These are things that I always talked about in live streams way back in the day, right? Like imagine on like the Statue of Liberty or like the Liberty Bell or stuff like that, right? Yeah, Master Collector points. Right, exactly. Owning the Rocky statue, like exactly. That's kind of where I'm going with things. He hit the nail on the head. Like just monumental, you know. I can't even really think, but I think tonight I'm gonna try to think of different things I would love to own. Because goes back to Al Khan interview. If you guys never seen it, it's with Reese, David. I'm not sure if Dan was there either, but it was with Al Khan. And he talked about how, you're gonna be owning things that you never thought you would own in the real world. So instantly my mind was like Statue of Liberty. I just want that so bad because I think it would just be iconic and crazy. It's crazy. Bruce Lee statue. What are some other good ones? But yeah, guys, I just want to come on here, just update everybody, answer some questions that people may have had. We'll be live streaming the drop tomorrow. I'm gonna get some sleep. Won't be staying up all night tonight. But just go over real quick recap. We got 10,000 edition comic book drop tomorrow. It's not the most sought after one in the physical world, but again, with VeVe, limited editions, I think it will see a pretty valuable price on it. In the short term, it's always interesting to see what's going to happen in the long term. Because I do think long term, the holy grail comic books, even with a lot of editions, will be huge. I think that's the reason why they did make a lot of editions for those big popular ones. But then we got Friday, 1 p.m. PT, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We got the AMA. Definitely going to be big AMA. We keep getting more and more users. I think over 2,000 listeners in the last AMA. So that's going to be great. And then Saturday, another Mermacorno Series 2. Let's go. Yep. All right, guys. I'm signing out. Appreciate you guys big time for all the support. Tuning in late night. I used to do the late night live streams like 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Just that wore me out big time mentally. I could be on all night talking with you guys, but yeah, I even went longer than I thought it would be. I thought it was only going to be about 15 minutes, but it's 12:30 Eastern time right now. Appreciate you guys big time. I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Make sure you guys tune in and get some gems ready. $7 could turn into a couple thousand. Never know. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, y'all.